I'm Real Genetic Demon, and this is Dan Dare on the Amstrad CPC. Now, this is a game based on the comic of the same name. It's also dedicated to Mike Hampson, who was the original illustrator and actually creator of Dan Dare back in Eagle Comics. He died the year before this came out, so they've dedicated the game to him, and they hope that he liked what they've done with it. And to be fair, comic book style, it's pretty good. It makes sense, sort of in its comic book nature-esque, and certainly they've managed to capture the likeness of Dan and the Mekon there. So anyway, the story is Dan and Digby are knocking about, and there's a big old asteroid coming towards Earth. So they decide that they better investigate, and obviously they discover that the Mekon and his troops, the Treen, are actually on there. So this is Dan, and one of the things I'm going to comment about is how fast does Dan move? Now, why do not other Amstrad CPC games move as quickly as that? Anyway, it moves really quickly. There's a timer there next to the Dan Dare Future Pilot, the Pilot of the Future, sorry. There's like a timer, that's how long Earth's got before it gets crushed. There's obviously a little Mekon down there, and then I've got lives. Now, lives work really cleverly. When you die, or when you do something stupid and actually die, you actually drop into, or you're captured by these horrible guys, the Treen. You dropped into their prison, and I'm trying to avoid him here. There we go, got him. Anyway, so yeah, he drops into prison. Now we were looking for a self-destruct device for this thing, because obviously if these guys are being naughty, there's a lift here. It looks a bit odd, but that actually is a lift. There we go. These guys are being a bit naughty, and obviously, but as most obvious things, they do have a self-destruct device for their death meteorite or asteroid. So asteroid, yes. And when you drop, by the way, to your death, because you're an idiot like I am quite frequently, don't like. The one thing I don't like is you can't jump like that. You can only jump after you've sort of moving, if that makes sense. So. Nothing in this room. It's one of these games you need to map, though. Without a doubt, you definitely need to get the old map going. You know, pen and paper going. There's one Treen. Now this is more like the Spectrum version in its design. The Commodore 64 version, however, is a completely different beast. It looks nothing like any other version of Dan Dare that you've seen. Oh look, I wonder if that's Digby. Can't shoot him. Trying to shoot him. What was naughty. Right, okay. Yeah. Okay, we can duck. Yeah, I forgot we can duck. Look, we can duck. Duck! And we can jump. I'm going to try and jump the gap. Nope. Falls unconscious, and then he's captured. And that's the clever bit. I like that. So I've lost a life, but I'm now in here. Oh, and it's really naughty. It puts a guard right outside the door, which of course makes sense, I suppose. Right. We got to go this way, I think. There we go. And now there's another one of these. Come on, guy. I don't like the drops, I have to admit, and the jump is a little bit, without being corny or putting a pun in it, a bit hit or miss. It does to kind of go away. And I've not found a part yet. I've tried it a couple of times, but I've not found one yet. But I do appreciate that somebody's got a lot of effort with the leather design and all the other bits and pieces that go with it. So, well, down we go. We do seem to be just wandering in circles, though. At least I haven't died too many times. I usually die quite a lot more than this on games. Oh, there must have been they do that naughty. They do make them appear behind the pillars. So you're there thinking you've got away with it, and then the horrible creature turns up behind a pillar. Alright, okay. Let's go this way. Up we go. Ah. Now, we made him appear behind the pillar there. We didn't. It was cheeky of him, but he did that again. Can't go in there. I don't even know how I managed to hit that. Do you? I think I hit the little block on the wall. Oh! I think I've got Doomsday item. I think I've picked something up of it. That was definitely something to pick up. Right. let's see if I can find my way out. Need to go back to what's called the control room to do it. Oh, and I've just died. Becomes unconscious and is captured by the treen. Or trees. Trees? Treen. I'm going to go with treen. To be fair, I wasn't a big Dan Dare reader, comic book reader, and I do like comic books. Dan Dare was not one that I read a lot of. However, I did read the latest iteration, and there's probably others since then, by one of my sort of favourite writers, a chap called Garth Ennis, and his version of Dan Dare is pretty edgy, to be honest with you, considering this originally was created as part of Eagle Comics, and Eagle's Comics was and I did a little reading on this. Eagle Comics was kind of was effectively aimed at boys, created by a vicar. So it was a Christian element to it, which is really quite. So I don't know whether or not Frank would have totally approved of the new version. However, I would like to think he did, because it's actually quite good. I mean, it really is, and I think it's a modern day take on an old character that hasn't had a revamp in a long time. I'm going in circles here, by the way. If you didn't already realise, I was actually going in circles. However, there's a door here, and I actually can't open. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, a modern day revamp of an old character. So definitely worth a read if you might not sit too well with the Dan Dare fans, but I think it's pretty good. I quite like that comic book feel that it gives you there at the end of that. So, but yeah, I think it's definitely worth a read. Anyway, that was Dan Dare on the Amstrad CPC. Thank you for watching. I've been your host, got my name in. Let's be doing my name before we quit. Did well that time. Yeah. No more Mekon on there, look. Mekon and Demon more. Anyway, I've been your host, Real Genetic Demon. Thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.